I try to get as much of the facts right that we can do within the budget. You know, like Ed Kemper is an example. There was a whole sideline with, you know, his activities in the cop bar where he would buddy up with all these different police and get these stories and all this stuff. And it was just one of those things for time. It's like, well, I've got to cut that out. I mean, as much as I love it and it's interesting and it's true, but you got to kind of choose your battles. And it's like, you know, we just shot a film, Sunset Strip Killers, based on Carol Bundy and Doug Clark, a duo of killers in 1980 that, you know, picked up prostitutes on the Sunset Strip and shot them in the face, had sex with their corpses, and all that fun stuff. And there was so many things that we shot that ended up on the cutting room floor that it's just like the time that we could have spent on other things. That it was another learning lesson. That was something of, you got to pick what you can from the real story. Also, what's cinematic and what makes, you know, the story flow. You know, you can have a 10-minute scene that's great dialogue of Ed Kemper in a cop bar talking to a cop, but no one gives a shit. I'm sorry to say, it's two dudes talking. The story that they want to see, you know, victim number 4, victim number 5, or the going down the garbage disposal, all those things that on a limited budget you've got to spend more time with than the nuts and bolts or the love story or that stuff. Because, you know, I hate to say it, I mean, people don't want to sit there, and especially in this day and age with their ADHD and all that other crap, they'll get bored with, you know, Ed Kemper talking for, you know, 10 minutes to a cop. So I choose my, you know, things that I'm like, okay, that's got to go and that's got to go, and, you know, and move the story and try to make something that's, you know, respectful and honest to the true case, but at the same time cinematic, entertaining, and you don't mess up. Especially when you're doing these period pieces on a low budget, there's stuff that you're like, okay, well, we can't do that because it's filled with, you know, period incorrect cars or buildings or whatever.
Yeah.
So creations have to change to kind of fit that, and then, you know, it's just kind of walking that thin line of getting it right. And that's, you know, for me, getting the period correct is so important, and our wardrobe has been awesome on these last few true crime films where they get stuff that's period correct and it's whatever. Then we find a few cars, we put it in there, and it's like, bingo, we got it. Move on, you know, and get it as close and real to what happened, and at the same time being entertaining, you know, thought provoking film.